Die. Have you quit a game? Have you quit a stream game? Not counting stuff you finished via recording. What have I not finished via recording? I finished everything via recording, I think. Is there a game I recorded that I didn't finish? Valkyria Chronicles. But that wasn't really the game was bad. That game just wasn't for me. Remember, I played the original Valkyria Chronicles. I think I quit like 10 hours in. There was a really annoying map, which that map was annoying, but that was more like, oh, the game's just not for me. Like, I don't think this is, I don't think this is my kind of game. I just knew, like, I'm not gonna like this game. Like, I don't think it's I did look it up. Apparently, that map was really bad, though. But I looked it up, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. This game seems neat. It's just not my kind of thing. The shooter elements with the strategy just didn't vibe with me. So I can't really call that game bad. That was just an incompatible game for me. Like, you know, if people like that, just vibe with them. It does have a following, so. Other than that, though, I think that's basically it. Main story, I basically always finish the main story. There's games I don't do the post-game or don't think to do post-game for. But I almost always try to finish main games. There might be one I'm forgetting, probably. I'm not trying to gloat and say like, oh, I finish every single game. There might be, other than Valkyria Chronicles, there might be another one I'm missing, but more times out of 10, I at least finish the main story. And if I don't like the game, I just don't bother with post-game. If there is a post-game. Now, if you were to say games I just didn't do I didn't finish, I started post-game but didn't finish, there are a couple. But to me, not finishing a post-game is better than not finishing a main game in my eyes. FF12 being the biggest example, which I still feel bad about. I never even went back to finish all the hunts and enemies, but I did the main game. So while I do regret that, but I also don't really, I got the main game done, so I don't regret it that much. Plus, I was like almost 50 hours into that playthrough. Alright, get this, Crimson Claw. I almost said Spider, but Lucina's getting the Spider. Almost like Persona in the sense that games aren't for everyone. Yeah! When I talk with Wildcat, he tells me he doesn't like Persona because of all the social sim stuff, and I'm like, instead of arguing, oh, Persona 5 is great, I'm like, dude, understandable. Like, I like Persona 5, but if someone told me I can understand people not being down for the social sim stuff. I'm not gonna, like, if someone told me they don't like the social sim stuff, then I wouldn't be like, oh, you gotta play Persona 5. I'd be like, understandable, I like Persona 5, but I'm not gonna force it upon you. I also told him the same thing with Three Houses, because I said it's not as strong on social sim stuff, but I wouldn't recommend it, because I don't think Wildcat would like it, because it's more or less similar enough to Persona style, but not exactly, but similar enough that I don't think he would like it, so. I'm just like, dude, play Shadows of Valentia instead, because Shadows of Valentia is much more traditional strategy game without social sim. Hey, 9th level. I wonder how many levels of this place we have left. I'm 18. I'm not even level 20. That's insane. Alright, Oak. Barrow blow these fools. At least I can say I finished a Persona game. Yeah, we've gone over your Persona stuff, Raptor. I know you're not the biggest fan of 4, which you're out of your mind, but... I want to play Persona 5 again, but it's not like super... It's not super like, oh, I want to play it right now, but one day I want to replay Persona 5. I am going to replay 4 when they... I'm not going to do a playthrough because I already did my Persona 4 playthrough and it was recent. I'm going to play Persona 4 on my own time when they port it to PS5 though. And I'll play Persona 3 on the channel when they port it to PS5, so...
Blade, be silent as the wind.
Oh, Raptor, I did see your TGS message, by the way. I didn't reply to it, but yeah, you can DM me the schedules. I'll look at what I'm interested in. I was too busy talking about games, so I didn't read it out loud, but I saw it. Oh, you literally asked as I asked it. Nice. But yeah, I just read it in my head because I was talking about other stuff. That would be interesting. I don't know. TGS is soon, right? Evan, die. Not Evan, die. Hammerhead, die. Alright, nice cancel. Yeah, this game being a Grandia game, if I find that the main story bosses rely on you using the boost dungeons to level up, I'm probably gonna quit this playthrough. Straight up. Like, I know it's a Grandia game, but, you know, if it does seem like, oh, you need to grind to do this or do the boost dungeons, I'm probably just gonna be like, yeah, I'm done.
Here it goes.
We'll see, though. That's the only case. That's the only scenario. I'll suck it up if the main story's beatable, you know? If the main story's beatable without me touching anything else, I'll suck it up. Because I've finished games I don't really like before. But it's not worth putting in the extra time to grind for a game I don't even like. Oh, I'm out of inventory space. I technically played this game before. I played like an hour or two, but it definitely wasn't enough to be like, hey, I like the game. It was like, hey, a sneak peek. Floor 10. How many floors do we got here? Oh, hey, GeoGate. These let you go back. So I'm going to do it. I know they do because level 5. It'd be idiotic if they didn't let you go back, but they do because that's the same GeoGate as level 5. Also, I'm out of inventory space, so I really need to clear that up. Man, the one Grandia game that has more than 4 characters, right? Like in a party at once, but they don't even have bench XP. Can you imagine? It's kind of lame. It's a big thing in Grandia where they never let you have one party for the end of the game. This game's like, oh, we're gonna have you switch characters whenever you want. But they don't even have bench XP, so it's kind of just like, hey, choose your favorites, use them, have fun. What a waste, IMO. The presentation start Wednesday night, okay. I don't think I'll be able to watch Wednesday night, but again, only the ones I'm worried about. Not worried, but I'm only gonna care about the ones I'm interested in, which I have to look at the lineup. Oh, thank goodness. Tomorrow I get to play Monster Hunter, and then Wednesday, Ease 8. I was actually like, before stream today, I was kind of like, I wasn't excited to play Xtreme. I was like, oh, I haven't played Xtreme in a while. Like, well, I'm like, I'm not loving the game. It's fine. So, you know. I don't know. Now I'm definitely, like, at the point where I'm, like, again, I'm not, like, dreading the game. I'll finish it if it's doable. But, like, I'm definitely, like, the story and characters would have to skyrocket to make me care. Oh, right. Honestly, no, I don't really have much new eggs. Go back. I have to do inventory stuff. These might finish next week. I was saying, Raptor, that if I can finish it in 2 streams, I'm just gonna fit it in this week. But yeah, theoretically, maybe by next week, it should be done. No later than next week, it should be done. Theoretically. I think 2 to 3 streams in that game is done. And I don't mean this in the way that Ys 8 has been, it's been a ton of fun, but also Elysium comes out. I need to have it done. I cannot fit another game. Stories 2 is already affecting my schedule a little bit, but I do obviously want to get that game done, so. 4 games is enough to juggle. I can't do 5. What am I doing? Oh, I'm selling stuff. Right. Sell. That pixie duo might come in handy. I wonder what immunity does. This game have tutorials? Whack, dude. You can't have tutorials in our video game. It's not a game you get excited to play? Yeah. Well, before stream today, I was actually a little excited to play it because it's been a week. But, you know, not, like, ecstatic, but I was at least a little excited because I hadn't played it in a week. But now I'm like, I'm just not. Again, the combat's fun, like Grandia 3, but, like, everything else in the gameplay is just so insufferable to get to the combat. It's just so annoying. Some of the choices they make are just whack with the geo-gates. Lack of geo-gates, lack of save before bosses. The way RNG items work, I feel like I only have 1 level B skill book. I have so many vellums, but not enough skill books. I feel like the game expects me to, like, constantly grind and look for the items on my own and prepare myself. And the way they're handling the boost levels. Again, the boost level dungeons are really, really interesting, but they're handling them in a way that's, like, really tedious, where you have to go through the dungeon again. And that's not all. You get to a geogate and you're not able to travel to it from Loca. So it just makes no sense to me. Everything else in the gameplay is so poorly designed, I'm just gonna say, that the gameplay, the combat being fun, is not even worth it, to be honest. IMO. And it doesn't affect... For a playthrough, this game just doesn't go well, because if I have to grind, so much of this playthrough is going to be the same dungeons, the same enemies, and everything. Like, it's going to be boring to do this for a playthrough if it does require me to grind. This game is probably just really, they just made it grindy for some reason. It seems, because I don't have any good, like, I have good eggs, kind of. I don't have any good skill books. I only have 1 level B skill book, which is insane. And there don't seem to be, like, specific areas. Chests just seem to be random. So it's kind of like, oh, RNG, just hope you find them. Fun, dude. Supposed to get in that thing. I wonder if there's anything to prevent paralysis. I was gonna say prevent paralysis, but the problem is I'm gonna have to go through that dungeon again just to fight that boss. Like, that's so annoying. Like, no matter what, I'm gonna have to go through that dungeon again just to fight that boss. And then if I'm not ready, I guess I gotta leave and go through it again. Like, can't just travel straight to it. They can't have that, can they? Just makes no sense to me. Yeah, see, I need another, like, I need another B skill book. I need another advanced book. Because only 1 character can have B skills. But I haven't gotten any yet. There's no skill books. That's interesting. I have no skill books now for you, which is annoying. Yeah, I don't know. There's so much in this game that's, like, actually interesting with the skill system and the eggs, but, like, it just seems like such a slog to get there. get me wrong, I want the combat to be fun, but it kind of seems like they're leaning a little too much on the combat and like not much on everything else, and it's such a high bar to get to it. You want to know the general length of the main game? Not yet. I haven't even said I was quitting yet, so no. I am almost at the point of not caring, but if I find a boss annoying, I'll ask. I'll probably be like, how long is the main game? That'll be my deciding factor if I want to finish. Because when I played Arctolab 1, I remember the second stream was super annoying in the ooh, soundbite. When I played Arctolab 1, I remember it was really annoying in the second stream, and I was like, how long? I was like, oh, the game is short. Oh, hey, Illusory Meadow. New dungeon? Interesting. What was I saying? Arctolab 1. Back to Arctolab 1. So, when I was playing that game, doesn't want to open. When I was playing that game, I was like, oh, it's short, I might as well finish it. It was annoying, but I was like, it was doable to go through the game with just Arc, and I was like, hey, I get to play the second one, which is apparently much better, so I might as well finish this game, because it's really short. But if this game is not almost done, and I find myself wanting to quit, I will quit, and I will ask chat how much of the game is left if I get to the point where I want to quit, you know? Because if it isn't that long, I'll be like, I'll probably suck it up, but if there's still a while, I'm just gonna stop. I don't like to quit games, but like, which it shows. I've only quit one game, apparently. I really don't. I finish things I start, but I also have a limit, you know? Like, why, if this game does turn out to be, like, really annoying, why continue this game when I could be playing, like, Devil Survivor Overclocked, Arctolad 3, new games releasing? So, you know. Hey, 4-stall. Oh yeah, I'm almost at that point, Raptor. I'm almost at that point. I'm almost at the point of being like, I don't care, I just want to know how long the game is. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm almost there. Chaos almost played Digimon Survive. He did not like that game, did he? I wouldn't know, I never played the game, but that's the impression I got from watching his playthrough. He did quit Mega Man 11. Oh, that's right. He did play Mega Man 11. That was a while ago. I forgot he played that for like however long. There's also Digimon World 2, which, you know, that's the standout example. I never played Mega Man 11. I mean, to be honest with you, I played classic Mega Man games. I have not touched a classic Mega Man game because every time I want to play Mega Man, I play the X or Zero games.
How'd you like that?
I still, like, I have my nostalgia with some of the Mega Man games, but every time I want to play one, I'm just like, why don't I just play X and Zero more? Like, because I like those a lot more, so I'm just like, I should just play X or Zero. Maybe I should add X2. I did X1 like a year ago, didn't I? I really gotta do X2 for the channel. I said I would do that like months after, and that clearly didn't happen. Because I was thinking to myself, when I named games that I want to play instead of this, I only thought of 2. I'm like, what else am I playing that's not a new release? I actually don't know. I need to go back to my list and check. Cannot recall. Those are like the next 2 things on my mind, so they're the only things I remember, not counting new releases. Hi.